This came off pretty much unscathed. A couple of little dents to sort out, but the actual top is, you know, it was totally collapsed, and it's now pretty much in the right shape with just a, as you saw, quick hammering, and it will get better than that. There's an edging here that I have to take off and then straighten out, and gradually carefully bend this all back, and then any little bumps and cracks fill in with filler. Now, because of the bending here, we've got some cracks that's likely to break across there if we're not careful, but it doesn't matter, I can always line it inside, so it's not, you know, it's going to be fine. The only thing is, I don't like to fully repaint these old things, but this is too far gone. It's going to have to be stripped and painted, but only as far as here, and then I think the clean up of everything else, there's no reason at all to paint anything else. The rails I'm not sure yet, don't know. If you don't paint, if you don't remove the rust and put paint on, then you have to do something with it, stabilise it. And I'm oiling up these rods now so that hopefully I'll be able to get the mechanism to come across. I'm cleaning off some of the, it's fairly light, it was fairly light rust on here. I think with some steel wool and oil, I think we'll get enough off to be able to slide the mechanism. That's the next challenge, I think. Shutters off. That was really easy. The lens mount unit is off. That was also easy. There were only 3 screws present. There was no screw on that far one. Try and find something to fit that. So 3 of the 4 screws present. And this lightweight cover, light cover, seems okay. And then we're going to get access to the screen side of the gate, aperture and everything, which all looks good. And as you can see, that's not been cleaned for a while, probably 100 years or so, just because it's been tucked away there, so get some of the rust off of that. So far, pretty easy. And now that I've got this off, the rack and pinion actually does seem to be working. Yep, pretty stiff. I won't push it anymore until I've oiled it up, but yeah, I think that's alright. As you can see, the sprocket roller pads are pretty grimy and nasty. Some heavy pitting there, which I won't completely remove, but I'll get rid of the red rust, and the rest of it will clean up, as with the other sprockets and their sprocket guards or roller pads, whichever you want to call them. And the sprockets themselves need cleaning too. Now on to the rusty feed arm bits, spindle and spring. Question is, one of the many questions, is what do I do with this rustiness on the actual arms? Because I don't want to repaint the arms, so I think the answer is just to remove the rust just on the rusty bits. And then back to the bare metal just on the rusty bits, and then lacquer over those sections so that the wear that was there is retained, but the red rust has gone. The framing control wheel, knob or whatever you like, as we can see, has a little hole in it, and by comparing that with photos sent by Nick, we can see that there should be a little spigot on there, which I will make up, and that makes it a little easier to move the wheel, but also from the position of that you can sort of indicate, I think, to the operator where the framing actually was, and then that can be zeroed after a particular film back to the central position, I would guess. We'll find out when we get to use this thing. Well, I've taken off that bottom roller pad and discovered that the actual roller is somewhat damaged. So I'll tidy that up a little bit. I don't think it'll cause a problem with the film. Obviously there is a chance it might snag, but if I bend over the protruding sequences away from the film and just smooth everything off, I think that will be okay. I don't want to try to replace anything, but I do need to make sure it's not going to damage film. Wouldn't matter if it was purely for display, but it's so close to being able to project that it'd be a shame for something like that to stop us from doing it. You can see the damage there. Quite a lot of tubes out of that particular roller flange there. Don't know why that should be. Something's landed on there. It's been in the projector and something's fallen against it, I think. I'm pretty sure that there's nothing that still can cause this. It's just some accident of the past. So just smooth that out a little bit away from the film path. I think that'll be fine.